So apparently there's been this influx of people coming out with their truths, right? That's all good and dandy, but sometimes people could take it a little too far, right? And you can actually, if you pay attention to what this person is actually saying, you can actually see between the cracks of what this actual person's like true motives are. And that's what we're about to look into today. All right, we're about to take a look into a person called Randall B. Gillis. All right, TikTok's fake preacher. All right, stuff like this nowadays, I won't take it too serious. I think it's people kind of putting out their own truths. But when you really like pay attention to how this people are presenting their information, it really makes me think like these people probably live their life according to how they're preaching their message and stuff, and sometimes it could come off a little bit like demonic, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to dive straight in. We're not going to take too much time on this one. Make sure y'all look in the description down below for the original video if y'all want to watch it or see any of Kiwi Tapes videos. And shout out to Kiwi Tapes. Alright, make sure y'all like and subscribe to them too as well. Alright, with that, gotta get this shit up. And we are rolling. We're rolling.
Meet Randall B. Gillis.
My name.
In the mighty name of Jesus,
Because if you want to know the Bible, his name is Joseph.
Oh my God.
Dr.
Whoa.
Randall B. Gillis is a man in his 60s from the Bronx, New York City. He claims to be an ex-cop, ex-Marine, a current reverend, and also a certified doctor. Every single one of these is a lie fabricated by Randall, even creating fake certificates for many of these things. It would be fair to say that Randall is a compulsive liar, and when it comes to his lies, nothing is off the table.
I had a girlfriend, her name was Monique. What happened was that she was blind and she was walking across the street at night and a drunk driver hit her. And they said she went in the sky 25 feet and she died instantly.
God
That's
damn.
what happened to my girlfriend. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking.
Wait a second, man. Hold on, man. There, guys, of course y'all know I wanted to stop the video because y'all know how I do by now. Y'all should know how I do by now. You usually pause it at every kind of like fraction of sanity that appears before us. Like, for one, that damn tongue, like, flicking like that is still stuck in my brain. I'm probably gonna end up seeing that shit like later on. Just sit like, just come and let me, whatever, man. Anyways, there's a lot that's going on here, and this story about what did he just say? Did he just say that his last girlfriend got hit by a car and flew 25 feet up in the air? Did I hear that correctly? Because I ain't even gonna lie, Temu done bought me into some shit, y'all, and I done ended up buying one of these headphones, and I like the case and stuff. Like, it's like a nice looking case. The LCD display is not coming on because both of the headphones are out right now, but I don't know if I could hear properly. So let's continue.
As I previously mentioned, Randall claims to be a doctor. While I can't pin down exactly what he claims to be, it falls somewhere within the lines of surgeon. Of course, it's very plain to see that this is one of Randall's greatest lies, having nothing but his fake certificates to back him up. But this doesn't stop Randall from having some fun with his so-called doctorate, because he has been on social media for a very long time. I even tracked down a Twitter account.
So if the dude is acting, I don't see
2013,
what's
and
really
in this
too big
time,
of an
he has
issue with
developed a
that,
number
but-
of characters that he likes to portray on screen. My favorite among
And, of
which
course, how
being
many-
Dr.
oh,
Tongue.
shit.
Now, while you guys
Whoa.
are about to watch this,
Okay.
please keep in mind that he also claims to be a
82
reverend.
likes. Apparently, some
Hello,
people like that.
ladies.
Oh
Dr.
no!
Tongue is back.
Oh god! Oh god! Make it stop! Make it stop. We probably might. This might be one of the ones where we'll have to skip a little bit. We'll skip a little bit. Let's just do that. All right. I'm not going to hold y'all and say nothing else. I'm just going to appear in the video wherever the fuck we appear at. All right.
Doctor or an ex-cop, but the thing that he likes to pretend to be most is a reverend, which he is most certainly not. In fact, Randall has been kicked out of 2 churches in the past for inappropriate behavior, both online and in real life. One
He got
church
kicked
he was
out of 2
kicked out of
churches?
for having a
Dude.
relationship with another male member of the congregation. This proves
What?
him to be extremely
kinda-
hypocritical because in his TikTok sermons, it is these types of relationships.
That is wow. If that tongue shit did not take the cake, this whole fact of him getting caught like with some dude in a relationship, this, oh man, this is just took me down a dark path, y'all. It did. It's too early in the morning for this shit. I'm gonna stop myself from ranting and just carry on with this video because we got like 13 more minutes to go. Shit, man.
That he disavows heavily. The second church he was kicked out of for his online.
Let's read this shit. Although Randall Gillis is a member of our church and occasionally attends our church, we were not aware of his shameful behavior on his social media platforms. Still, his behavior has now been brought to our attention. These scandalous acts have surely been hurtful to many, but his actions do not represent our church's beliefs or members' behaviors. We will be looking into this matter and will release another statement soon. Fusion Seventh-day Adventist Church. What the fuck is that at? Let me take one quick look. Fusion. What was it again? Seventh-day Adventist Church. So apparently that's, yeah, in Bronx, New York, 600 Westchester Avenue. Okay. I gather it's pretty far from here, but damn, it's kind of like close to like one of my areas that I used to live in. Let's continue.
Antics. He has been known to post extremely vulgar and graphic things to social media accounts, as well as his TikTok likes page, which is disturbing to say the least. Many of his liked videos involved young children, and all of this lies at the heart of what makes Randall so interesting, at least to me. He will sit there on his live stream for hours preaching the Bible, holier than thou, only to flip around and commit absolutely bottom of the barrel human behavior. Like I said, all of this from a man who will sit on TikTok live streams reading verses with people. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes these sermons get pretty entertaining because Randall
I
will
just wanna
invite
hear
people
one of the
onto his
sermons, like-
TikTok live to read Bible verses.
We already seen the
with
other
him.
crazy shit,
Sometimes
like,
people
let's
will
see the
call him
actual
out for
him
his
trying to be
absolutely
religious.
reprehensible behavior, and sometimes people have other ideas.
Any other questions, people?
Will twist up and down on his shaft and suck the head at the same time.
Oh my God.
What in the entire is going on?
Come on.
Now, ladies, remember, raping is also a stat murder. You
My
actually
God.
while you suck.
Wow.
All right, whoever is doing that, I'm asking you, in the name of Jesus, hold on. Do not let the devil use you.
I think all we
Hey, that was a good comeback. That was definitely a good comeback. I wouldn't go anywhere else except to start with Jesus and that, because I don't know what the fuck we just heard. That definitely sounded like something dealing with demonic possession, you know, for sure.
We need to know in regards to who's being used by the devil lies on your TikTok like page, Randall. This holier-than-thou shtick is what Randall hides behind. It reminds me of a certain Caucasian Koopa. You know, God is a weapon that they can use against their enemies, no matter how reprehensible their actions are.
Hey, I think the Bible definitely makes a hell of a weapon. When you add holy water to it too, like shit, dude. I don't think there's many people that can fight against that. Try it yourself and see like the demons get expelled. Alright?
Will manipulate and twist Bible verses to suit his needs. He was on a live stream with a woman one time and started quoting the Bible as to why she could not teach him anything. According to Randall, women are incapable of teaching men anything. Keep in mind, guys,
That is totally not cool. That is totally not cool. No, I kind of understand from a certain kind of like having somewhat of a religious background that it seems like most of the men want to be the head of whatever organization that they got going on, right? And I kind of understand that to some extent, but I think in this day, in this age, in this time that we live in now, I think it could be both ways. You know, a woman could definitely fulfill that job, of course. But yeah, that just shows there's some kind of degree of control, this hierarchy type thing, and it's up to you to decide what to do with it. You know, I completely stay away from shit like that anyway. You know, like what the fuck. I mean, even the dudes, like, I think the dudes have to work their way up to a certain position. It's like another form of control, man. Fuck all of that shit. You know what? I don't give a fuck. As a matter of fact, just stay away from it, guys. Alright? Let's continue.
everything about this guy is fake. He is not a doctor, he is not a reverend, he's not a Marine, he's not an ex-cop. I doubt he's even really that religious at heart. This is all a sham for attention and money. Randall doing this under the guise of being a preacher is pretty messed up, but not nearly as messed up as claiming to be an ex-Marine and a cop.
People think it's a joke. You see what I'm saying? But if you ever give them a rifle, or if you ever tell them to go in the, you know, the swamps, stand in the swamps, and you can't sit back, because if you sit back, you will drown. They will never be able to do it. If you tell the person, take that person,
Yeah.
all right? But then
Well, you have to be trained for that type of stuff, right?
Somebody
and they
said,
would
trim
turn
your
around
damn
and say, he was
nose.
never a Marine. But let me ask you a question. Did you ever think about it? Certain questions do not be answered by the Marines because of the safety of me and my family. Did you think about that? No.
Where the hell is this
Now, let's go to the
conversation
police
going?
department.
Like, I'm so lost.
Let's go to the police department. Do you really think I want people to know? Do you really think I want people to know that I used to be a police officer? Do you know how many people I put
Maybe.
behind bars? Do you really think I want them to come after me?
Oh, shit. He was that type of cop. I mean, just, you know what? I hate to be judgmental, but let's just pause for a second and take a look at this man's face. You think he would be a bad cop or a good cop? And what if he had those same glasses back in the time when he was doing it? Because there's another thing I want to say about these glasses. To me, they're a little bit scary. I saw it like when he took them off and like he put them back on. It's like he changed into somebody else. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but I don't know, guys. Yeah, man. My personal opinion, I think he would probably be one of the bad ones, bad cops. Like, I'm gonna get this brother right here. And I hate to say this, man. I feel all kinds of way about this video right now. Because for one, it's a black man who came from the same state that I was born in. He might have been born there. But you acting like this at 60 plus years old? You know, I can somewhat picture myself when I'm 60. I feel like I might have the same mentality. It seems like every year that goes on, as time goes on, my mentality gets like younger. I don't know why that is, but there's some kind of degree to control that I have with my mannerisms, but some people just seem to like let all the shit loose. I hope to God I don't get there, because if I do, everybody is in for some shit.
And my family?
This has all been proven to be a lie. He is not an ex-cop, and more importantly, he is not an ex-Marine. Old Randy here used to
thank
throw
God.
on a Marine vet cap in an adult-sized Boy Scout uniform,
Damn,
going to
son.
restaurants, asking for free meals. It is almost like
Damn,
he
son.
cannot help himself when he sees...
That's straight up disrespectful, I think. Yeah, that would be straight up disrespectful, because my next door neighbor, who rest in peace for his soul, rest in paradise actually, but he had that same exact uniform on with the brown and the red, and he's not wearing it for no show, you know, a costume. It's just something that he has in his wardrobe because he did that shit back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And he just decided one day to put it on. You wearing the shit to portray, and then the next day you wearing this like fucking shit that a pastor would wear with chains. Like, people's priority is like, this man is obviously lost, right? And it's sad because like this guy's got like probably 30 years on me, and I'm telling you, like, how to stop.
He's some kind of position of respect. If he thinks that you have some kind of job where people are going to look at you and have a modicum of respect for your profession, he's going to steal it. If you're a reverend, you got people that look up to you. If you're a doctor, you got people that look up to you, etc. In my heart, I believe that he's adding all of these feathers to his cap for attention above anything else. And somewhere along the way,
maybe he thinks in his heart that he can be like the jack of all trades and still be that like that person that could be of that good example to everybody, you know, in that genre or field that day. I mean, you can't do it all those personas in one day, right? So we got to think deep about this. Like, is it like one day he's a cop, then Tuesday he's like the pastor, Wednesday he's the doctor? Is that how this shit works? I guess hopefully we'll find out, but let's try to get on with this video.
he has convinced himself that this either actually happened or that it's okay he's doing it. But as I said before, he's a pretty sick puppy, so we can't really understand him too well. But someone who can give us a better insight is his ex-wife. You see, one of the only true things that Randall talks about is the fact that he is divorced and has some kids. His ex-wife is not a particular fan of his, and she uses TikTok to make dance videos. And one day, one of Randall's detractors managed to get an interview with her, where she absolutely spilled the beans on Randall, saying he didn't graduate high school, proving that all of this other nonsense he had talked about was fake, and also revealing that he was very absent from his son's life. Seeing all of this, Randall was enraged, and one day, he and his wife settled it on live stream.
Supposed to be my ex-wife.
Yeah, I'm going to rebuke that spirit in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Satan, I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus.
You were supposed to have my ex back. You buried me.
In the name of Jesus. Randy, the world know you're lying.
Realize that, Christy.
Randy, the world knowing that you're not.
In the mighty name of Jesus, Christy, you buried me, and you didn't stop. You didn't have enough faith in me to realize I told you.
I have no faith in liars because you're lying on me right now. I have no faith in nobody.
You're letting the devil use you. You're letting the devil use you.
Randy, you let the devil use you from you was in your mother's womb.
You're letting the devil use you. Stop. You don't realize what's going to happen now.
Wow.
What?
You don't realize it. There is
what the
nothing
hell's
you
gonna
can
happen?
do about it now.
What?
You don't realize it.
Randall,
And you took
Randall, this is
advantage
your
of my
chance to
ex-wife.
repent and just make right of all your wrongs.
You took advantage of my ex-wife.
Man, this is, wow, this is an absolute mess. This is an absolute mess. First thoughts on this whole scene right here, but like, could this be fake? Like, could they both be acting out right now, including Randall and this other woman? Or is this really his, like, ex-wife? You know, that he or they both share a son or some child, and like this is his reaction. This is worse than I thought. This is really worse than I thought. And apparently they're on another man's channel who's doing these, I guess, makeup sessions, whatever you want to call it. I've seen videos where certain lives like that don't tend to stick around on them too long or whatnot, but it's kind of interesting to see what you can do in a live on like some of these platforms. But let's not get sidetracked. This shit right here is just, it's phenomenal. It really is. It's phenomenal in a bad way though, because like, man, this man like definitely hurt his fame right here. Like, this is your reaction towards like what this woman is saying. You're supposed to like just shut the fuck up yourself and let the woman speak and go from there. Usually it's probably going to be some kind of form of apologizing and stuff and letting the woman know like why the fuck you fucked up. But men are too emotional nowadays. They gotta learn to put that shit in a, like, behind you, especially when it comes to your woman's emotions, even though they're not together. But of course I'm not saying that like if you're not in the wrong and stuff, but it's up to y'all to decide. Let me shut the fuck up and continue.
Randy,
You took advantage of my ex-wife, stupid.
Your ex-wife came to my
You
show.
took
I did
advantage.
not look for her, but I had all
You
your
took
ex-wife's
advantage.
information.
You took advantage of my ex-wife.
How did I
Right
take
there.
advantage of a
You
took
mentally
advantage.
disabled
Let God.
woman who spoke the
Let
truth
God deal with you.
defending you?
God is not
Let
going to
God
do
deal with
anything
you, my
to
brother.
him because God does
Let
not.
God deal with you.
You know what, guys? Like, this is gonna be one of those metaphysical scenes or stops in this video, because that whole action of rubbing the face, pay attention to that, because that could show up, or somebody could be doing that in many different ways, and they're mostly not aware that they're doing it. But when they're rubbing their face, it's a sign of trying to get rid of some tension, because they know they're in the wrong. Okay, there's a hell of a lot of other signs that rubbing your face or your eyes mean, but yeah, that's a telltale sign right here that he knows he's in the wrong. So let's continue.
You and all of your sisters together. In the mighty name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus. Let God deal with
His
you.
name is not Jesus.
In the mighty name of Jesus. Let him deal with
You don't know who his real name
In the
is.
mighty name of Jesus.
Go through the pearly
Let
gates
him deal
and
with
he
you,
asked you to
Christine.
speak my name.
In the
Don't
mighty
call me
name of Jesus.
Because if
Let
you
him
want
Can't
to
even
know
hear
why
what the
his
fuck
name
they're
is
saying.
Joseph,
Like, this is how bad it
Did
is.
today.
Randy.
But what you know.
And this, whoever the fourth one is, she hasn't said a word, I think.
Randy.
Randall's
Yeah,
ex-wife
somebody
would
mute somebody.
continue her crusade against him by calling her son, who is an active duty
Crusade, huh?
Marine, a real one, not like his
Oh,
dad.
shit,
Randall's
dude.
ex-wife would ask her son about a number of things pertaining to him and his childhood. And their son, whose name is Heaven, had some very interesting things to say.
Can you guys hear?
Yeah, we can hear him. Hey, brother, how you doing today?
Man, he had a
I'ma
cute
keep this
wife
real
too,
simple
man. Like,
because I think your
what the
mom
fuck did
is
you do
very
to fuck that up,
informative
man?
on everything. Your dad made a statement
I
today.
mean, it's obviously,
We're
of
going
course,
to
not
get
lip
it
saying
from the
everything.
horse's mouth.
Never
Do
know
you
what's
have
going
a
on in the back
relationship
end.
with your
But
father?
damn.
Yes or no?
With that question, I tried to have a relationship with him because like every son wants that
So
that
this
father
is the
figure with
son.
him. Like, so I tried, but I don't have a relationship with him no more. After I think after this TikTok stuff, like he started just asking me about like how it feels knowing
There
your
it
dad is
goes.
famous, how you
There it goes. Like, let me stop it right here, because we need to all take a pause for a moment and see how these platforms is like fucking with us, you know? If you got to go out your way to get this, like, whatever you get from going on to these apps, you know, mostly people seem to get some kind of like good feeling when they get likes or they have somebody comment in a good way on their stuff. And I agree too, it's a good feeling, but you shouldn't like you shouldn't pour all your feelings into that. You know what I'm saying? It's cool and all dandy and stuff. This way you can see like where your content is going and like how it's people are reacting to it. If you have that mentality, but if you're just doing it like for fucked up reasons, you're obviously going to see like some kind of the repercussions of that in the interactions with the people. And some people just get past the point where they're just oblivious to the obvious signs that, hey, you're doing something wrong here. You know, so pay attention, guys. Be very careful. TikTok, let me just say this real quick before we continue on. TikTok has these spans of videos that are very quick. Yeah, I got to stop taking in information in these little quick bursts, because whether you realize that or not, just think about this for a second. You remembering those little small bits of information is not, probably, you know, it doesn't stick in the memory as well as like you following this whole detailed path. So I'm gonna just stop it right there with that. All right, let that be a hint. Be very careful and be very mental. All right.
Yeah, it's never like how I'm doing. So I cut him off. I really don't talk to him. I don't talk to him at all.
And I don't blame you, Heaven, and we don't blame you.
Would you say that, because he made the claim that he had a big significant part of your life and your military career, we can go ahead and put that to rest, correct?
Wait, say that again? I can't hear you.
I said, we can go ahead and, he makes the statement as if he was a big contributor to you being, you know, military, and he's this great role model to you and everything else. We could just put that to rest that that's a lie, correct?
Yeah, he didn't want me to join the military.
Okay.
Damn.
He said it's not for my race, basically.
All right, he said it wasn't for your race, so I'm glad I didn't
Wow,
say
dude.
Randy is very racist, and I don't like that.
A part of me also believes that
Damn,
Randall
dude.
thrives on being a hypocrite. He will completely bash same-sex relationships while engaging in them behind closed doors himself, allegedly. And then when your son tells you that he wants to join the army, you know, like you claim to have done, Randall, you not
I
only
thought this
tell
was gonna
him...
be some more interesting shit. Like, I really want to see the preaching part, you know, like, this dude is obviously a fake, and I think he knows that everybody knows, and he just wants to continue on with that clout, with that attention. So you just keep on doing what you're doing. Let's see how the shit ends.
He shouldn't do it. You tell him it's not for his race. I guess we can add racist to the top of this absolute shit Sunday that has been the saga of Randall B. Gillis. He's not a doctor. He's not a reverend. He's not an ex-cop.
Right,
He's
we get
not
it.
an
We get it.
ex-Marine. He is a
We get
liar.
it.
And one of the biggest
exactly.
hypocrites I have ever encountered on this platform. Randall B. Gillis today is fighting a court case for defamation. He will infrequently go live on TikTok and now claims that he pretended to be an ex-Marine as a joke. I know that this video may seem like a lot to process in terms of Randall and his story, but I promise you, we have barely scratched the surface here. And in a couple months, I think I'm gonna revisit Randall and we'll go into the specifics a little more. But
All right. I guess we'll stop it there. We might have to do a little more investigating later on, because obviously we're going off of somebody else's investigation and taking our information in there, but obviously this guy might still be up to his antics, so we're gonna have to like peep in on one of the lives one day and see what the fuck is going on. We might make that a thing, so make sure y'all like and subscribe, and maybe in the future, in the near future, we will check this shit out. But I'm done for today. You know, I had enough of this, whoever the fuck this is, Randall B. Gillis. I hope y'all did too, but if y'all want to continue, y'all know what to do. Maybe check the shit out yourselves, but we're ending this shit now. Alright, I love y'all. It's morning time for me, so it might be morning time for some of y'all. Enjoy y'all morning, enjoy y'all day. And for the other people who might be on the other spectrum, maybe nighttime, enjoy your night. I will catch y'all later. Peace.